Hello teachers, and welcome back to part 2 of 3 of our 90-minute lesson. Okay, this is Give Me 5, Unit 1. So we're going to go into our grammar, okay? So this is the grammar on these 2 pages that we're teaching over the 90-minute period. And we have to make sure that the vocabulary is at a good enough level in order to move on to the grammar, okay? While it might not be perfect, it really does have to be good enough. If the students are really struggling with their vocabulary, it makes it very difficult or sometimes impossible to move on. So it's really important that you deliver it well and that they've understood it well. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the grammar, and this grammar is in, on, and under. It's pretty basic stuff. I'm sure that most students would know what it means and how to use it. However, you as the teacher cannot assume anything. You need to check that they do in fact know. So you can go, all right, boys and girls, follow me. What's this one? In, that's correct. On, that's correct. What is this one? Under. And then you can play 1 or 2 games just to make sure that some of the weaker students really get it. It's not that difficult to understand, even if it is your first time, but you still have to make sure that the students have got it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate this on the board. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a picture of a table and say, all right, boys and girls, there's a table. Oh. And I'm going to grab a flashcard. Maybe I'll grab glue. And I'll say, boys and girls, the glue is, and then the kids will say, the glue is on the table. Good job, boys and girls. That is correct. The glue is on the table. So the teacher has spoken it, okay, has said it orally. The students have listened to it orally. Okay, they understand what's going on. And now the students might be able to finish the sentence. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a sentence on the board. This gives them the opportunity to now substitute. So they can see that the glue is the glue, and they can see the preposition in, on, under. So the glue is on the table. It's pretty straightforward. Now what you as the teacher can do is you can mix it around a little bit. The glue, boys and girls, the glue is under the table, says everybody. Good job. And now in a funny way, we're going to take the flashcard and try to stick it in the board. The glue is in the table. Good job, boys and girls. That's correct. Now I am satisfied because I have modeled it correctly. I've modeled it correctly, and I'm satisfied that the students understand how to substitute all of those words into the sentence. And what I will do now is I will test the student. I won't say a word. I'll simply take the sharpener and dump it there. Now I'm going to ask an individual student. I'll say, all right, Bob, read the sentence for me. And then Bob has to then substitute. The sharpener is under the table. Good job, Bob. Teacher Stephen is now satisfied on that case. And now what we can do is we can make it a little bit more complex. If it's too easy for the students, we can throw something in. All right, Jessica, can you tell me? Jessica then says, the pencil is on the table and the sharpener is under the table. Good job, Jessica. And then you can ask Bill, you can ask Betty, you can ask Peter, you can ask Polly, okay? For them to make those sentences and give them the opportunity to have kind of like a freestyle session. Okay, now I'm satisfied that the students understand the grammar. It's really not quite difficult, it's not too challenging. And now I'm satisfied that they understand this part. Now I can go to my target grammar, which is the whole point of doing the first grammar point. And so we have to have an extra variable, and that is now my. Okay, so it's the possessive pronoun, and we're going to say, my notebook is in the desk. My scissors are, okay, make sure that you correct that. My scissors are under the desk. So now we've got desk and a table. And the idea is for you to move into the conversation. And that's why we're building up to our conversation. And that's why I've got it in this particular way. So I've demonstrated, the teacher has now modeled in a very good way how the pronoun works, and we've demonstrated with the flashcard what's going on. Now we're going to have a student to come up to the board, and I'm going to ask my student, for example, Roger, come over here, please. And so I'm going to say, Roger, where is your da 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 da? And then Roger's going to come up over here, and Roger's going to say, I'm going to say, Roger, where is your pencil? And Roger's going to grab the pencil, and he's going to say, my pencil is under the table. Okay, thank you, Roger. Roger, where is your sharpener? And he grabs a sharpener. My sharpener is on the table. Good job, Roger. Now I can do that as many times as I want to to model it, to make sure that my students understand what's going on. And now you can see the way I set up the question and the answer system. So it's very, very easy for us to now simply grab our students and then move on to the conversation a little bit later. But if our students found this a little bit too simple, what we can do is we can do an extension. And here's the extension. That will be between, next to, and near. So now I have to demonstrate between. All right, boys and girls, this is what between looks like. Here's a crayon. The crayon is between the table and the desk. And the kids will then say the same sentence. The crayon is between the table and the desk, something like this, okay? Then we say, all right, boys and girls, the sharpener is next to the desk. And the kids will then say, the sharpener is next to the desk. Okay. The sharpener is next to the table. And now we do the last one with near, and that is the pencil is near the table, and this one, the pencil is near the desk. All right, so now we've got these things going along. That's how it's going to work. All right, so once we've demonstrated them, the teachers, the students can keep on going, but that's now enough for our grammar 1, grammar 2, and extension. I will see you in the last video, part 3 of 3, for conversation, write, review, and wrap up. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon. Bye-bye.